Doing a nose check, yo. Bucky's over here grumbling because he don't want to get his butt out of the cage. I'm gonna make some French toast this morning. This is a cooking video, yo. Look at this. I'm gonna put you right on the camera too. Look at, you see that look? See that profile? He looks like he's posing for a picture. Bucky, do you see that? Obstinance, y'all. Bucky, you see the eyes? He looked at me. He can hear me. You're old, but you ain't that old. What you doing? He likes to lick his lips anytime you talk to him. I don't know what that's about. What are you doing? I know you're tired. I'm tired too, but I need you to get up. Y'all see that attitude? Bucky. Hey, you better not be looking at your butt because you farted. Hey. Bucky. Buck, buck, buck. Bucky. Oh. Hi there. Bucks. Straight morning attitude right there. You even gotta have a cup of coffee. You know, he's a dog. He can't, I don't know. Bucky's got attitude, y'all. He's gonna have to deal with his daddy. Anyway, daddy will get him out of the cage. I ain't gonna make you go if you don't go. Got my prenatal vitamin up here, my Super B complex, and my low dose aspirin. I gotta take those, so try not to lose them during this cooking process. Do some French toast today. Keep talking about it. Giving out the recipe several times. Y'all have seen this sheet of paper several times. So basically here's what we're working with, people. I'm gonna double this up because there's two of us. Quite frankly, depending on the dippage, it may sop up a little more of the juice in the recipe than what I expected. So here we go. French toast. 4 slices. I'm going to do 8, so I'm doubling all these things. It says 1 egg. I'm doing 2. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to do 2. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Sorry, I'm reading backwards and behind a piece of paper. I'm going to do a full teaspoon. And a 1/4 cup of milk. I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of milk because I'm doubling it up. You can hear my coffee percolating in the back telling me I'm almost ready, lady. So, I will refer to that sheet many times as I go along in this process. I'm going to go ahead and grab my ingredients. Remember, I'm doubling all those things up. So I'm going to do a double batch, 8 slices. And that's probably going to be it this morning. I don't think I'm doing eggs, sausage, and all that. I did that yesterday. I filmed it yesterday. I'm not about it today. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this out so that I don't have 6 billion videos. Because pause button, Jennifer, pause button. It makes one continuous video. Who knew? Alright, I'm going to do my ingredients. Cracking my eggs. I have a trash can over there. I promise you I do. I am no expert at cracking eggs. I just hit them on something and pop them bad boys out. Splatter effect. Got my paper towels on hot standby to clean my fingers. Put the eggs back. I'm going to go grab that milk. Personally, I like to mix my liquids before I mix my solids. Out here, that recipe was calling for, fridge isn't closing, a 1/4 cup of milk. I am doubling it, so I got my 2 eggs instead of 1. I'm gonna do a 1/2 cup of milk. Be right back. Oh, see, that's what happens when you move the cursor, y'all, trying to look all cool. Right, 1/4 cup of milk for 1 batch. I am doing a double, therefore going with a 1/2 cup of milk. The labeling has long ago worn off of this set. This is hubby's. I use all kinds of stuff. I have a cooking business for Portuguese pastries. I have more measuring devices than I can shake a stick at over at my other house with Mom's. So dishes will be done shortly. Oh, blast it, Jennifer. Blast it. Crazy girl. Forgot I had some dry goods I'm going to have to measure, so I don't know why I threw all those into the water. I have a big thing of water sitting in the sink over here getting ready to wash everything, so I'll rinse these 2 out real quick. Really quickly. Somebody that was watching the video that knows me from the board says that I write a lot differently than I speak, which I think everybody does for the most part when me and Hubs were pontificating upon this, pondering this subject. I think most people try to write, even on forums, message boards, all that good stuff, better or more grammatically correct than they do when they talk every day, because when you talk, you're pretty laid back. And honestly, I want these videos to be laid back every day. JCT, this is me and him, our life, our family. It's just us being us. Let me get out of the nipple range again. Sorry, y'all. Thought my shirt was inside out for a second. I just want it laid back. This is how I talk to people. If you were sitting in a chair right over here in my kitchen next to Bucky, who won't get out of the damn cage, this is how I'd be talking to you. So oh hell, hang on. Romeo doesn't bark, y'all. I told y'all about bull mastiffs. I gotta move my vitamins, because that might mean there's gonna be a little fence jumping going on, and that's got to stop if that's the case. Otherwise somebody's coming by. What are you barking at? Romeo, what are you barking at? No, player, it's too early for that. Zeus is not out. Stop. Stop. I know. They're allowed to be on their porch. They bought it with the house. I promise you, they're allowed to be on their porch. Barking at the neighbors. I guess somebody came out the front door. He's on guard, y'all. And I hear Zeus just going off inside their house. Oh, please don't let that joker out. I don't have time for that today. Not right now. I'll get my vitamins back up here. Maybe we lose my vitamins. Alright. Romeo, stop! Damn. Interrupting my video. I'm trying to keep it short. You know what? Let me come right back. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. Had to go outside and do some doggy daycare stuff. Bucky had to be taken to school. Had to take him to the bus stop. Went ahead and had to get him by the collar and take him out. And Romeo is barking at something. I think he's just, excuse me, sounding off because Zeus is in their house next door in a room. He barks next to the fence. He's not out. And Romeo's just, you know, antagonizing him or whatever. So he's doing a couple of woofs here and there, but it's big barks and it's early in the morning. It is 6:25. Nobody has time for that. No one wants to hear that. Anyway, I've got my griddle already over here heated. That's the one I told you about the other day that Hubs had, and basically I just leave it pretty, it's at medium heat. It's about 5 out of 10, I guess that is, because it goes 8, 9 high. Anyway, so I've got my 2 eggs in here, y'all. I put the milk in. I'm going to put the milk away. Got to get my cinnamon and my vanilla extract. Those are my other 2 ingredients. Did just buy some cinnamon. Look at this, y'all. Ground cinnamon, dollar store. Okay, you got to find one that has a food section, though. The one by us does not. We went to a different one the other day. $1. Cinnamon is not cheap. Now, at my other house, I have giant containers because I shop at a restaurant store. I got a business, and people with businesses can shop at business places. So, bent my nail back. I am a comedy of errors when I cook. Hopefully Romeo's not bugging Bucky. He has this thing about, I can't get to Zeus and I'm really in a feisty mood, so let me see if I can nudge you a couple times. Bucky will snap at him, but like I said, he's old. I don't play that. Romeo's going to get in trouble. I don't do bullying. Real life or dog life. Okay, half a teaspoon of cinnamon because I lost my train of thought doing that. I'm going to go ahead and do a full. I got my 2 things here, my half and my whole teaspoons. Okay, so we're doing a full teaspoon of cinnamon, and I also will sprinkle some more cinnamon on them as they are cooking or right after they come out of the pan. Sometimes I will press raisins into the dough after I dip it when it's nice and soppy wet. What did I just do? Hang on. Half teaspoon of cinnamon. I almost dumped 2 in here, y'all. Woo! Almost did it. It would have been some super cinnamon toast this morning. I mess up. I've done it before. You know what? You mess up cooking, fix it. Just do what you can do. I have messed up in more ways than you can count. Pastries. Oh my goodness. Got to make sure Romeo is not fence lunching. Pastries. I messed up one day and put way too much cloves. Cloves don't play, y'all. The more cloves you put in, they burn. Your stuff will be spicy. Like, seriously. Don't play with cloves, y'all. Alright, anyway. Let's see. We were at the cinnamon. I did the full teaspoon of cinnamon because I'm doubling it. 1/4 cup of milk. We did half. 1 egg turned to 2 eggs. Now I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Second ingredient there. So that's going to become 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which I thought I had it sitting up here, but anyway, I have many. Okay, so I was saying the other day and in many previous videos, I have both pure vanilla extract Buy the generic, y'all. Buy the store brand. It's going to cost you a little less than McCormick. Sometimes you'll catch a sale. Check it out. This is the imitation vanilla extract. I've used both. It really makes two shits not which one you use, in my opinion, as far as making French toast. Now, pastries, it may be a little different. I'm going to go with the pure because this bottle's almost empty, and I have some other ones up there that I need to open, so I want to get rid of this last one. So, I'm going to do this 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. That's this one. See, that's a little bitty. We're going with the teaspoon, so I'm doing 2 of these. I'm going to pour them. Let me see if I can put this down a little where you can see how I pour. Here's my pour. I pour. It'll be full. See that overflow? A little extra. Very little extra, and I'll tell you why though. One, as you cook, alcohol burns off of this. It does have a lot of alcohol in it. You're not going to lose flavor, but the extra vanilla is not really going to hurt that little extra splash. I just like to make sure it's good and full. So that's it. Put my recipe back up. And I'm going to get ready to dip some slices. So let me get my bread, and I'm going to pause this. Alrighty, am I rolling? I am. Okay. I'm using plain old wheat bread. I lied like Oriental rug. I'm using regular round top bread. Okay, hang on a second. Let me rethink this. Normally I do wheat bread, trying to be a little healthier, so we're going to do some wheat bread toast this morning, y'all. Trust me, it doesn't change because you still got that vanilla flavor and the cinnamon flavor, and if you press the raisins in there, you're going to have raisin flavor. So I'm not sure if I'm going to press any raisins. It's 6:30. Hubby wants to be out the door at 7, so he's running a little behind. I'm probably not going to press any raisins today. From this point on, I need to mix that up with a whisk, and then I'll be able to dip. So I'm going to go ahead and get my slices out so I'm ready for the dipping. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 there. Knowing hubby, he's trying to cut back a little bit. So he, yesterday, didn't even eat all the sausage I gave him. That's alright, I'm all about cleanup food. I'll clean up some sausage. Now when we're at the other house, anything that doesn't get eaten by Chase usually goes to Romeo's bowl. Not junky stuff. I usually give him the meat of whatever Chase had, or pancakes. He's on his pancake kick still. He'll eat 3 at a time. Ask for another 3. If you saw the video the other day of chatting with Chase, you will see that. It's 4 more slices. So I got 8 sitting over here. I'm going to go ahead and get my whisk, and I'll be able to whisk this up, and then I can keep talking. Alright, I'm going to step back a little bit because it may be loud while I'm whisking, so I don't want to be all up in the microphone. Anyway, I'm just using a whisk to whisk it up. Tried a lot of different things, different ways. If I make one batch, sometimes I'll just use a fork and stir it up good with that. I'm using a standard bowl, got all my stuff in here. So anyway, yeah, Romeo gets Chase's leftover pancakes from that second batch because he will eat about 2 out of that second 3. So now he's eating 5 pancakes, a little bitty and skinny as he is. But anyway, basically you're going to whisk this up. What I find the hardest part is the cinnamon does not easily mix. So for those of you who have blenders, and I don't have one here, I would use it at the other house to save my arms this workout that they're getting. This, the wrist, the whippage, that. Okay. It is mixed, it's whisked, but my wrist and my arm are screaming at me right now. I'm like, dang it, it's early and you haven't even had the coffee yet, woman. So I find the cinnamon to be the hardest thing to mix. Okay, that is mixed. Let me get rid of my whisk. Get in my dishes, y'all. Dishes all cleaned up, but they're all in the holder. We have a different system over here. Like I said, other house has a dishwasher. This does not. This is an older home. And so we have to do the little countertop sink basket bucket that you have a rack inside the bucket. So when we do the dishes, they drip dry in there, or your girl will immediately towel dry them. So, lost my train of thought again. Anyway, you have a little blender, use it. This does bubble up. If I can get in it. You see that? It gets bubbly. So that doesn't hurt anything, but sometimes what happens is your cinnamon will get trapped in those bubbles and it's not mixed up all the way and you think it is. I might get some stuff on me today. That's just, it is what it is. It is what it is, y'all. I'm going to have to pause this and relocate you. Well, I'll show you how I dip one. I'm going to try to angle this so we can see everything. Alright, pardon that. That's my paper towel that I use to clean my fingers as I go along because it does get a little messy. Alright, all about the spray. This one is a some kind of a Healthy Chef butter. I have olive oil when I'm cooking dinner. Pardon it, I don't have a bra. It's early. If y'all are going to join me in the kitchen for breakfast, I'm sorry, I'm not doing all that right now. Look away. If you see anything that's untoward, look away. Okay, go ahead and spray this. The griddle's been over here heating, so this is probably going to steam up. Ooh, look at that. Butter spray so we don't get any sticking. Gas myself out. I got to go get a plate from over here. And actually, I'm going to put both plates right here because that's my norm. I need a place to... the bread that I'm using and the bread that I'm finishing. Let's see if y'all can see those two. Alright, the bowl is right here. It's right here. I promise it's in front of you. And I'm going to keep this fork here because if you all notice, see how that cinnamon starts to separate a little bit out again? Floats on the top. It is defiant. Strong this one is. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep my fork here because I can just whip it up real good again with the wrist. Doesn't take anywhere near as much work as before. It's okay to let it sit for a couple minutes. It just lets that cinnamon soak in. I use this to hold my fork over here. Alright, so, bread. Whatever kind you want, country bread, mountain bread, white bread, wheat bread. I don't recommend garlic bread unless you're really into garlic and cinnamon. Note to self, try garlic and cinnamon bread. Alright, anyway, basically I'm going to take one slice at a time. I can do 4 of them on this griddle at a time. This might not work out like I thought. Let me put these two things in between. Oh, there's a ledge in between. There's a hole, y'all, between the stove and the counter, and the plates are balanced. Good thing y'all can't see it. If it messes up, it'll be really comedic for you all, though, and you will enjoy the video. So I'm going to go ahead and get my 4 slices ready. I'm going to try to set my plate up so that I can put them right on there and show them to you after. So, bread, bowl, bloop, dropped it in, face down. I picked it up, it drips a little, bloop, I drop it again, bloop. See that? Pick it up, wait till it drips a little. Onto the grill. It ain't complicated. I told y'all, French toast, quick and easy. In, flip, fingers. Basically what you're doing is, bread is already cooked, obviously. It's been baked somewhere. Hopefully you've got baked bread and aren't using dough. I didn't say anything about putting dough in here. And you're going to just basically be cooking the egg mixture on the outside. So if you're using a pan, that's fine. Just watch your heat. I try to start at medium because, and if you leave your bread in too long, it's going to sop it all up and you're not going to have enough for 8 slices, which looks like I'm doing at the moment. It's alright. The second set is mine. You know, I feed my husband first because he's got to get out the door. For those of you that watch Game of Thrones, Hodor. We joke about that all the time. If you haven't watched it, excellent show. You guys got to watch it. Lots of nudity, lots of sexuality, lots of killing, and lots of backstabbing and betrayal and twists and turns. Gotta love it. So anyway, let me move this bowl because I want you to come a little closer to me, darling. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a little something. Okay, see this over here? Ignore anything you see that's crazy. Cinnamon, I got it on hot standby. Because this top side is wet, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle more cinnamon on top. You don't want to go too crazy. I mean, this one's got pretty big holes. I didn't expect that. I usually use a little tiny McCormick one, but it's... turn it around, girl. Product placement. I usually use the little McCormick one, but that one's almost empty. So, we're going with Dollar Store 101. Let me get my spatula. What? Gotta rinse it off. I dropped it into the sink again. Alright, I'm cleaning my spatula. I'm cleaning. Alright. So anyway, you're just going to leave them on the other side. You don't want to smell them burning. That means the pan is too hot, or you've left them on too long while you talk to a video camera trying to film something for YouTube. Just saying, I've done it. Those go on my plate. Any F-ups on food cooking go on my plate. I give hubby the right stuff. So, okay, get this cleaned off. I'm going to check the other side. If you turn them too soon, it's not that big a deal, people. You can see that. I turned it. It's got a nice little golden brown. I'm turning the first two first. These two over here, I'm sorry. Because this side of the pan is actually more on the eye of the stove than the other side of the pan. Reason being, the pan is a wee bit warped in the middle. It has like a lump because of being on high heat over the years. That happened before I got here, people. I have nothing to do with that. I will take it outside and put a hammer to that middle of that bad boy. I did it to another pan we had that had the same issue. Used a rubber mallet on the sidewalk. Just hammered it down, and it worked fine. Just haven't done it with this one yet. I keep forgetting. And this one has a jiggly handle too. It's a bit jiggy. So, oh, I felt a sneeze coming on it. Well, hang on. Did you hear that? It sounded like I was doing karate, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to flip these other two. I'll put a little cinnamon on the other side. Now, I should have put it on the... it's easier to soak in and get the cinnamon to stick, your extra cinnamon that is, to the wet side. It will still. It's a fine powder. This dollar store one actually is going on nicely. Nice, son. It's a pretty fine powder, so just a little dusting. Dust your crops, people. Dust your crops. That's it. So let me go ahead and get my butter out. And what I'm going to do is show you guys a finished plate so we can hit the table for hubby because he should be out here in a minute. Okay, here I'm watching the news. He is about 15 minutes from go time, which I have a feeling is going to turn into about 20-ish minutes from go time today because he's a little behind. I'm going to go ahead and butter this side that I just sprinkled while it's on the grill. Save myself a little bit of trouble. It's hot. It's warm. It'll melt. All about saving time, people. Steps, processes, that good stuff. Anyway. French toast, quick and easy. It's one of the regulars. Longest thing it takes is to decide if you're doing a single batch, double batch, and mix it up. Many other videos online. I just tend to, when I want to try something new, like I had never cooked French toast from scratch, I bought it frozen for years and just heated it. And then I said, you know what, we're trying to save money. Let me see how much it's going to cost me to make it. It's very, very cheap. That loaf of bread is like $1 for that wheat bread loaf that I showed you. Even the regular bread loaf is $1. Pretty much the butter, you know, butter. Talk to me about the price of butter. It's cheap, y'all. You ain't buying the fancy stuff, it's cheap. And let me tell you my other little cost-effective tip that I do. Scoop this cinnamon out of here so y'all don't think I'm crazy, and then I'll tell you. You see this container? If you guys see all those sticks in there, this was Country Crock. Okay, when I bought it. I got it couponing 2 for 1. It had coupons to get stuff off of it, right? So what happens is, these are done. I'm just flipping them one more time so that I can talk a little longer. Hubby's not out here yet. It'll keep them warm. If you decide to make a bunch for your family, take them, and I usually put the oven on low. I put a tray in the oven. I just throw them in, pancakes or French toast when I'm making them. I throw them in there and cover them with foil. Cover them enough so it keeps the steam in, keeps them, you know, moist. You don't want them to dry out in the oven. That's bad for business. Anyway, so these are done, y'all. But basically, the butter thing. I got some cinnamon in there, so don't mind that. I'll scrape that out as I go along. I heard a timer go off, and I certainly am not using a timer. Anyway, when I went back to the store, Country Crock was no longer on sale, and I needed butter. We needed butter. So what I did was, if you see the margarine packs that have the 4 sticks of butter, or 4 sticks of margarine, because I really don't differentiate between the two. I use both. I use either one. Blue Bonnet is one that's low price, usually 98 cents or less at McDonald's. Where did I just go? Pulled into a drive-thru, y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start plating these. So, Blue Bonnet is a cheap one, and there's also Imperial. That says good for baking. That's what it says on the label. I got the Imperial one. Flip these over because the other side is the cinnamony side. I'm going to show you what they look like when they're all splayed out here. Imperial. I'm going to take this off the heat because it is smoking hot, and I'm not going to make mine for a few minutes. I'm going to have my coffee first and get on these videos, and then I'm going to come back and make mine probably when he's out the door. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some cold water. If you're ever cooking, your pan gets too hot like this, like between pancakes and stuff, I like to go ahead and hit it with cold water, hit it with a spray again. Start over. That way you don't burn the next batch and they don't get darker and darker as you go along. So cold water coming along. Thank you. Yes,
good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
See, there you go.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
There he is.
Our day is beginning. There's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
All right, he's saying a good morning song to you guys. I didn't really sing to you this morning. Let me move this. I'm about to bump a few things here. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down to low because I don't need it right now. So anyway, here's a French toast, plated, 4. I just kind of sprawled them out so you can see the difference in color. Cinnamon. This is the toasted side. The second side that you flip, that first side, I'm sorry. Gonna go ahead and get the syrup. So yeah, getting back to the butter sticks saving idea, because I'm all about saving things. I went ahead and bought one of those 4 packs with the sticks of butter. It was 77 cents. For me to buy another one of these was going to be $1.90 something. And it's a small one. It's not even the big one. So
Is it real butter?
I got the idea that, well, Imperial is real. Might have some extra stuff in it, but it tastes the same. That's the point, right? You got to taste the same. By no means eat healthy all the time. I do sometimes. Anyway, I took those 4 sticks of butter, came home, and my happy ass cut them up so that they fit in this container. So now I just refilled the container with sticks for 77 cents. Just saying. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let Mr. Man do his syrup. I'm using Hungry Jack today. This was another couponing item, buy one, get one free. And this one you can microwave, and it's sugar-free because he's diabetic. But I usually use sugar-free anyway. It tastes good, people. Don't knock it. So yeah, I'm going to go with some Hungry Jack. And you can microwave it, and I guess that little microwave box down there maybe changes color or something to tell you a temperature. I don't know, because we have microwaved it. We don't need to do all that. Let me just find that lost fork. And pretty much that's it, y'all. French toast. Quick and easy. Okay, hubby did an announcement right when I turned off the camera. You know, I showed you my vitamins. They're still balanced on my laptop right here. And he said...
You dropped one, by the way.
They're all there, yeah.
Macaroot. Brought to you by Now.
See?
Supplement your energy during the course of the day.
Let me see the bottom. It's hard to see it on the camera. I gotta hold my hand behind it. See that? Maca. Good men's health supplement. Good general health supplement. Well, yeah, but we have a reason that we're using it.
Well, we have a reason that we're using it, but typically Macaroot improves energy and promotes good health.
It's true, y'all. Look it up. We saw a whole clip on it.
It is not a cure-all, but it's good for you.
Look it up, people. Get on those supplements, I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. It's at 23 minutes.